Asher B. Durand's painting, The Stranded Ship, is a great example of a few common themes during the American Romanticism period. Durand's works often reflect the theme of nature being common ground, between the real and the unreal. Especially in this work of art, it is portrayed extremely well. The Stranded Ship's best examples of showing nature as a mysterious, powerful being are the cloudy sky on the left and the brighter sky on the right, the lit-up horizon in the background, and also the land in the foreground of the painting with barrels and objects from the ship. The difference in the top of the painting shows how mysterious and powerful nature can be simply by the juxtaposition of the storm clouds and the relatively clear sky. Durand tries to show this by placing the stranded ship under the stormy weather. Since the Romanticists believed nature was puzzling and also more controlling than humans, the placement of the boat under the bad weather shows that the waves decided to take the stranded ship off its designated path. The clear sky is just put there to show what nature can also do, which is be calm and peaceful. The use of contrasting moods of the sky shows what nature's dominant self is capable of doing. Somewhat similar to the cloudy sky, the lit-up background and horizon more focuses on the theme of nature as an unknown aspect, more than it does nature as mighty. From what someone viewing this painting can see, the foreground is set in stone as for what is being shown by Durand. The viewer can see a ship being carried off by the forceful waves. On the other hand, the background is very bright and vast, perhaps to symbolize that one does not expect what the natural world brings, since it is a mystery. One does not necessarily know what the weather and waves are like all the way in the distance, but Asher Durand's intention was to even further stress his recurring theme. Durand makes the background vague and bright to leave the viewer in wonder on what nature is like in other areas. Since there is no real way of knowing, one can understand that Durand is using a common theme that nature is an enigma and not easily predictable. Showing the items on the foreground is a depiction of the supremacy of nature and the parable associated with the environment. By painting just some of the items from the ship washing upon the shore, it can be assumed those items fell off the ship and wound up on the land. By incorporating this, Durand is trying to show that the natural world is superior to man. Nature is picking and choosing what it wants off man's ship since it is able of doing so. On the other hand, nature is also being portrayed as an unknown being since we do not know the justification of the specific items it took from the ship. Durand makes it clear to his audience that the sea is more dominant than man and can take whatever it desires when it wants. One does not know what nature's intentions are, but one does know that it has the capability of taking what it wants. The stranded ship expresses in multiple ways the common theme of nature as dominant, along with it being mysterious. Using specific examples in his work that depict these themes makes it very easy to understand what the Romanticist artists were thinking as they created their works. Whether it is contrasting weather, having stranded items on land,